Hello everyone, good evening. Today I'm here by taking preparing for first draft. Uh, this is related with academic writing, and everyone I would like to request you to take the benefit from this video and hope all of you are with me. Any kinds of problems you can write on comment box as well, and request you to share to watch this video. Preparing for draft. This is very important one. Uh, okay, you can comment in comment box, and I hope you all of you are with your pen, book. What do you have? Preparing for draft. Uh, in the course of preparing for draft, it means we are ready for making draft. It means we are ready for preparing a draft. We are going to prepare a draft. What should we do while preparing for draft? This is the topics, and hope that all of you are here. I'm thinking three students. Okay, I think it must come. Sound comes, will comes. Preparing for draft, and for this, after getting idea to start writing, it means after getting idea to start writing, the writers have to get the awareness of writing. It means in previous lesson we discussed about the how to write, invention techniques, and other things, getting started, how to start, and getting to draft one in first one. uh, Within this one, we keeping writing journal also. Will talk about this one also. But after getting idea to start writing, the writer have to get the awareness of writing. It means that they have to get information of their readers or audiences. I would like to say readers and audiences are same. And purpose of writing, in other words, in course of preparing for draft, it means in course of preparing for draft, while preparing the draft, the writer must decide their audience and the purpose of writing. Two things: audience and purpose of writing. You must know about this. Two things. What are two things are? One is purpose of writing and audiences. Two things you must uh, remember. And we will discuss two topics today. They are: number one, purpose of writing, and audience. And first of all, we will discuss about the audience. Who are the audience are? Let's look at this picture. Audience. Who are audience? As you know, uh, sometimes we became audience, you know, many of times. And what comes on minds if you heard this sound, audience? Simply speaking, audience means audience, and audience is the person for whom a writer writes. It means the writer writes for whom a composer composes. It means simply first line definition, very easy definition, simple definition. An audience is the person for whom a writer writes or composer composes. A writer uses a particular style of language, tone, content according to the what he know about his audience. It means composer composes, a writer uses particular style of language. It means we cannot use high level language or tone or content to our basic level students. It means the student who are in grade 8, 6, 7, we cannot use high level tone or languages because we know about uh, their habit or we know about them. It means a writer uses particular style of language, tone, and content according to what he know about his audience. In simple words, audience refers to spectators, listener, intended reader of a writing, performance, or speech. In some context, now you are the audience of my classes. Now you are listening me, and Falling Lakey 2010, page number 39 to 40, mention the concept of audience is extremely helpful. It means the concept of audience is extremely helpful if you identify clearly in your own mind. Remember, if you identify clearly in your own mind who the member of your audience are, very good point is here. If you identify clearly in your own mind who the member of your audience are, you will be better able to make assumptions about what they know, what they do not know, and what they want to know. Very good point. Calling by Lecky, Ilona Lecky. And similarly, it means falling Lecky. I think you can copy from this one. Uh, it means it means to know about the good audiences, to know about the good audience or readers, we have to make a mind map, and and we have to, if we know the audience, know about the audience, we can make our make our writing perfect. The knowledge of audience, it means if we have the knowledge of audience, what can we take benefit? It means the knowledge of audience help us to make a decision about all aspect of writing. It means to make decision, good decision about the all aspect of writing, audience. If you know the, if you have the good sound knowledge of audience, this aspect are what aspect are fruitful for us if the we have the knowledge of audience. What expectations we must give to our to make our ideas clear to the reader. Number one. Number two, what type of explanations would be much helpful. How to organize our explanations? How whether to write informally or formally? How to careful to be correct grammar, spelling, and punctuation? This is this aspect. Uh, okay, you can. Okay, I will zoom it. Don't worry. Audience person. Okay, you completed it. Yes. Okay. One writing. I think it is good for you. Can you see? Okay, comment. Yes, Lasmi. I think it is good for you. Now, five aspect you must know this. What explanation must we must give to make our ideas clear to the reader? What types of explanation would be most helpful? Most here is a mistake. Most helpful. There must is not there most write on most most helpful most helpful most helpful. How to organize our explanation, whether to write informally or formally, how careful to be correct grammar, spelling, and punctuation. And now, the variance of audience, the mark, different entertain, different treatment over the use of vocabulary, examples, pronouns, tone, and so on. Therefore, it is necessary to have ideas of audience. Very important lines is this is the conclusion line as well. The variation of the audience demarks, demark, underline this one, demark is verb. The variation of the audience demark difference treatment over the use of vocabulary, comma, example, pronouns, tone, and so on. Therefore, therefore, it is necessary to have idea of audience. It means to select the correct vocabulary, to select the correct example, tone, and pronouns also, punctuation mark as well. There is a necessary of there is a necessary of knowledge regarding audience. Uh, okay, and hope you will enjoy it. And let's now next things. Type of types of audience. Next topics. Let's move to the types of audience. All of you. Type of audience. Types of audience. Types of audience. Types of audience. There are five types of audience. It means there are five types of readers. Remember, audience and readers. High tech audience, low tech audience, lay audience, multiple audience, multicultural audience. Five types of audiences are there. Okay, first of all, I would like to say to you all, uh, to write under what is high tech audience means. What is high tech audience means? First of all, write down regarding high tech audience. High tech audience is generally the people who are the expert of the field. Simply speaking, high tech audiences are the people. It means people who are the expert of the field, who are same the same level of understanding, and for the whom you do not have to define the jargon, the theories or procedure related to subject. It means it means high-tech readers or audience work in our field of expertise. They might work directly with us in our department, or they might work in a similar capacity for another company. Whenever they work, they are our colleagues because they share our educational background, work experience, or level of understanding. It means it means if we are a computer programmer, for example, another computer programmer who is working is the same system is our high tech peer. If we are an environmental engineer working with a uh, hazardous wastage, other environmental engineer focusing on the same concern are our high tech peer. It means they have sound knowledge that we have. It means equal capacity. It means high tech audience have the equal capacity that we have. And similarly, the opposite of low tech, high tech audience, there is a low tech. Low tech readers or audience are familiar about the technology you writing about, but not how they function. They know, remember, high tech audience, they are expert, and low tech audience are familiar about the technology. They know some ideas, but they do not know how they function. Since the low tech reader is not in your normal writing loop, so you need to provide the background knowledge. What happened, Shiva? Okay, laptop. What happened? Is any problems regarding this one? Comment please. Can you share? Can you see? Okay, gone. Low tech audience. And next one is lay audience. Lay audience is one who does not doesn't possess the technical knowledge of any expert or a technician. And okay, just lay audience. Write down regarding lay audience. Okay, next thing, lay audience. I think there is problems. Uh, I think you are following me. Low tech audience. Can you see this one? Comment me. Lay audience is one who does not possess a technical knowledge of any expert or technician. Multiple audience. Write down the word multiple audience. Multiple audience. Write down regarding multiple audience. Sometimes we use the all the above mentioned audience. Okay. Okay. Sometimes we use the all above mentioned audience simultaneously. Such audience is simply known as multiple audience and multicultural audience. Multicultural audience, also known as ethnic audience, it is the audience one who more audiences of the specific ethnicity, typically an ethnicity outside of country's majority culture. Okay, write down on multicultural, multiple audience. Now, my students, multiple audience and multicultural audience. Write down about the multicultural audience. I think multicultural audience, uh, also known as the audience or one more audience of the specific ethnicity, typically an ethnicity outside of the country's majority culture. I think you can enjoy, you can easily write. And next one is purpose of writing. Let's remind from very beginning. I want to take you two things. Uh, Two things. While preparing for draft, preparing for draft, we use two uh, terminologies. That means we have to familiar with two terminology. Number one, audience. Number two, purpose of writing. Under audience, we define audience in simple layman definition, and then we talk about the what the Leaky said, and then after we went to type of audience. What is the type of audience? Type of audience, high tech audience. Yes, L L M M. It means yes, L square, M square. You can easily understand. You can easily recite this. High tech audience. They have the sound knowledge regarding. They are experts. Low tech audience. They are not experts, but they know somehow, but they do not know everything. And next, multiple audience, multicultural audience. We discuss this, and this high tech audience expert in the field. And similarly, uh, next one is low tech audience. Low tech audience, you know, familiar of, but they do not have the knowledge how they function. And then next one is lay audience, is a lay person possess technical knowledge. They do not possess any technical knowledge. And multicultural, multiple and multicultural audience. And next one is purpose of writing. Preparing for draft. Under preparing for draft, we talk about two things: audience and purpose of writing. The second one is purpose of writing. My students, let's move to the purpose of writing. Okay, you can revise it, but Lakshmi, we cannot, uh, show again and again. But I will tell you. I will tell you. Let's look about the mm, this audience also. Okay, now purpose of writing. Let's move to the purpose of writing. Beside your audience, another important idea to keep in mind is you compose and revise a draft is your reason for writing. Do you know reason means purpose? Reason for writing, your reason for wanting to tell your audience. It means your reason for wanting to tell your audience about your subject. According to Lecky 2010, there are two basic reasons for writing. One, to express yourself, and number two, to communicate with someone else. Purpose of writing here means beside your audience, we know audience. Not only if we know about the audience, and our task is not complete, we have to know the another important idea to keep in mind as you compose. If you are going to write something, that is reason for wanting to tell your audience about your subject. And Lecky suggests two reasons for writing. Number one, to express yourself, and to communicate with someone else. Write down on this. Now, my students, after this, Gardner 2008 identifies the three most common purpose of writing, which are as follows. It means, what is the purpose of writing? According to Gardner, we have to quote it. According to Howard Gardner, you are familiar with this one. This Gardner, uh, there are three purpose of writing. Number one, to inform. Number two, to persuade. Number three, to entertain. Yes. First one is to inform. It means the purpose of writing is to inform. The primary purpose of text is that are written to inform. It is enlighten to reader or provide the reader with information about the topics. It means to providing information is the one purpose of writing. We want to provide information to the audience through the text. We try to inform the audience about the subject they do not know much about but would be interested in knowing it. It means to inform is the one purpose of writing. Simply to inform. One purpose of writing is to inform. Next one, uh, the author seeks to provide readers with information about topic or explain something is come under to inform. And next one is to pursue. The persuasive purpose is used to convince or persuade the reader that opinion or essence or claim of the writer is correct or valid. Persuasion is more selfish than argument, debate. Argument attempt to arrive at a logical solution to an use. Persuade means the author wishes to convince, one word, convince reader to believe something or to act in a certain way. The author wishes to convince reader to believe something or to act in a certain way is persuasive. And we use fiction, poetry, stories, plays, novel, might be pleasure or entertainment. And essay, when we read the essay, then essay persuade us. This is the purpose of essay. And I would like to take you another to entertain. To entertain is the primary purpose of texts that are written to entertain is assume reader. Does not mean that the text must be happy. The text could be a tragedy, but the main reason for writing text is to amuse a reader. It means the author hoped to amuse audience perhaps through humor. It means it means the primary purpose. It means three. Let's listen carefully. Number one, to inform. Number two, please comment. Number two, number two is to persuade. Number three, to entertain. These three are purpose of writing. These three are purpose of writing. And let's move to the Lakey suggest some question to ask ourselves, which helps us to discover the purpose. These questions are, what are the questions? Lakey suggests us. Very simple. Inform, uh, to show my audience new way to look at the subject. Persuade and entertain. She also suggests us about three type of purpose, but in the question forms you have to know this. Am I trying to inform my audience about subject? This is the purpose. If we know this question, then we can easily understand the purpose. uh, and number two, am I try to show my audience? Very good. Let's me to entertain, to pursue. And next one, can you write? I'm seeing your comment. Okay, these three questions, five question, four question must you have to keep on mind. I'm trying to inform my audience. Am I trying to inform my audience about a subject? Number two, am I trying to show my audience a new way to look at this subject? Next, am I trying to persuade my audience to agree with my point of view on this subject? And next one is, am I trying to entertain by writing something funny, beautiful, or dramatic? Okay, Shivraj, to inform this. Good. This question, if we know about this question, then we can easily understand what is the purpose of writing. Now, let's time for thank you for watching. We finish our topics today, preparing for draft. And my students, I hope you all of you uh, will take the benefit of this visual classes, online classes. Because of the COVID-19, we are unable to uh, take part physically in our classroom. But I hope there is no difference between classes and here. I think so. Preparing for draft, we know, and uh, Stay at your home, be safe, and enjoy your days. Any comment, any comment, let's go to the comment box and comment me what should we do. Okay, what things we have to do. uh, 5 students are here. Please write down any questions, any difficult questions, please ask me, and inform, share this link to your friends, and ask them, if they are unable to attend in live classes, ask them to watch this video, share on your messenger or facebooks also. Your friends can take the benefit from this one. Hope and be safe, guys. You are far from me, and now we are, very far, but because of virtually we are very close. Hope you will enjoy it. And any questions? I'm waiting for your comment for a few minute moment, and then I will wrap up these classes. We have 45 minutes classes. I prepare for this 45 minutes, 41, 42 minutes is going. And any problems regarding, I try my best uh, to give the idea to you all. mm, because we do not have, you know excess of physical presence classes. Be safe with COVID-19. And the date also expanded. Will not meet till this year. No comment at all. Okay, my students. Okay, type of audience. Okay, high tech audience, low tech audience, type of audience, low tech audience. Hello, high tech audience. Can you write, friends? Other students also write high tech audience, low tech audience. And next one, next multicultural audience, and and next one is audience, type of audience. Let's look. This is for you. Further, high tech, low tech, lay audience, multiple audience, multicultural audience. It means we have these 5 types of audiences: high tech audience, low tech audience, lay audience, multiple audience, multicultural audience. My students, be sure high tech means they have the knowledge of technology, they have the good, they are expert. Finish about this. If know this about, finish. And low tech, they know something, but they do not know how to function. Lay, layman, lay person, common people, ordinary people, and and multiple audience, and multiple high tech, low tech, and lay audience are known as multiple audience. Don't think about this. Multiple audience means simply, uh, high tech, low tech, and lay audience are known as multiple audience, and those audience who are from um, different ethnicity, culturally different background, these are called multicultural audience. Simply, not necessary to about think about this one. Multicultural, as the name suggests, multicultural. Culture means culture, multi means many, many cultural, and the audience which are from different ethnic background or different cultural background is known as multicultural audience. High tech, low tech, lay, multi, and you can, let's look high techs. They are expert in the field of any field, expert of the field. who share the same level of understanding. And next one is low tech. A low tech audience. First line definition: low tech readers are familiar, so reader also audience. My remember one language, readers also audience, also called audience and reader as well. Low tech readers are familiar about the technology you are writing about. It means they know about the what you are going to write or what you wrote about, but not how they function. They do not know how they function. And uh, lay audience is one who does not possess the technical knowledge of the expert or technician. Lay means common people. And similarly, next one is multiple audience. Sometimes you use the above mentioned audience simultaneously. Such audience is simply known as multiple audience. And next is multicultural audience. Cultural ethnicity. This is about all about these things. And tomorrow we'll meet is the same times. Today, uh, you know, we'll meet in the same times. And inform to your friends. Be safe, stay safe. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, and share it. And ask two friends to like, comment, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Good night. I love you.